From our nation's capital, it is Sticky Bleachers, it is the playoffs, and I am Cory.
I'm Bob, here for an exciting matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Washington Redskins. Looks like the Redskins get the ball here to start off, and we're off for an exciting wild card matchup.
Mason Crosby with the kickoff to Roberts. It's a shallow kickoff to about the 35. He takes it past the 40 and not too much farther after that. And that's where Kirk Cousins and this young Washington offense will start things off tonight.
Yeah, Washington with a very explosive offense, coming out with some trickery, flea flicker already. Oh, but it bites him. Ha, Clinton Dix.
Wow. Alfred Morris pitches back to Kirk Cousins with the little flea flickeration on the first play. Does not work out for them, and Rodgers and Lacey getting a little bit more conservative and showing Kirk Cousins how to start off a drive, Bob.
Yeah, a little dump down to Eddie Lacy. That was a make-or-break play there for the Redskins. Obviously, if it went well, Jay Gruden's a genius. If it doesn't, he made a mistake. So, second and 12 here for Rodgers and the Packers. Back to throw.
Pierre Garçon, a little bit less of a weapon than some of the receivers we've seen here in this day, and this one is complete to his tight end, Rodgers.
Rodgers
no relation, as I understand.
Went to the same college. And Rodgers, again, that offensive line for the Packers looking better than they have in the past few weeks, but Rodgers with a costly interception there, and the Redskins take over.
Just like that, two quick interceptions, and Kirk Cousins starting from his own 10 now, and they're going right back to it. The flea flickeration. This time it's to Daniels instead of Pierre Garçon, who's wide open.
Oh, Deshaun Jackson all the way down the field there. What a huge play. I bet the Packers didn't even see it coming. Yeah, I don't think the Packers saw that one coming, going to the flea flicker twice in a row.
Especially after that first one. Cousins and Crew not scared to go back to it, but this one is picked off.
Do both quarterbacks know who their teammates are? We have to ask this question right now.
I'm not sure. The Redskins going with the interesting peach alternate uniforms here tonight. Green Bay with their traditional green and yellow scheme. Mm-hmm. I don't know if that's confusing anybody. Maybe Kirk Cousins is a little bit confused. He thinks he's back at Michigan State trying to throw to the green guys.
This could very well be true, yes.
Randall Cobb unable to pull that one down from Rodgers. Randall Cobb, a long-time deep threat, but like Pierre Garçon, starting to slow down just a little bit in his age. This one's to Adams, who is not slowing down. He's cross midfield. He's to about the 41.
It was a nice throw there by Rodgers, and Adams caught it on the run and gets past midfield to about the 40-yard line.
A couple of nice catches by Devontae Adams, and here's Eddie Lacy, who also has a couple of nice plays early in this game.
Absolutely. I think Lacey and Starks are key to the Packers' success here. They need to establish that run game so it can free open the downfield for Rodgers in that passing game.
Kuhn unable to pull that one down. Kuhn had the 2-yard loss on the run play earlier, not giving the visiting Packers fans much to Kuhn about so far. And just like that's fourth down for the Packers. They're going to go for the field goal unit. It's going to be a long kick here.
Mason Crosby here with the kick and... wide left, no good.
Just to the left. That would have been a 51-yarder, certainly within his range, but elements tough tonight here in our nation's capital. And here is Young. They're going for instead of Morris, and he's got a nice little run to start things off.
Absolutely. The Redskins have a nice little tandem back there at running back, and definitely helps Kirk Cousins in the passing game. Over the middle of the field, incomplete pass. And that'll take us to the end of the first quarter. 0-0.
Jackson was open there, but Kirk Cousins was unable to hit him in stride.
Yep. Then the Redskins keep it on the ground for the first down there, and a bit of a sloppy first quarter for both teams. Let's see if they can eliminate the mistakes here in the second quarter.
Right you are, Bob. Let's see if Washington can finally start making some noise here in offense, and they do. It's Alfred Morris with a little end-around play, and he is all the way down, knocking on the door of the red zone at the 20-yard line of Green Bay.
Alfred Morris there with a nice run, and he does it again for about an 8-yard run. Looks like we have about 2nd and 2.
Leaving Morris in the game here after the long run. Let's see what they go for now. Cousins under center. He goes back. He's got plenty of time to throw to Morris, and it's complete.
And Morris finishes the job with a nice catch and run into the end zone for our first score of the game. Washington up 6-0 with the point after coming.
Offensive line made that play. They gave Kirk Cousins enough time to wait for Morris to get wide open there inside the 5 from out of the backfield and hit him in stride to the end zone.
And Forbuth with a huge kickoff here.
Will Montgomery bring it out? He will try to bring it out. Ouch. Interesting call here. He's not going to make the 10-yard line.
Yes, definitely setting the Packers up in not too great a field position here.
But Rodgers has been here before. Rodgers has made big plays down the field, and this one's going to be picked off, though. Ooh.
Second interception of the game for Rodgers. Both quarterbacks with 2 interceptions already in the first half. Definitely sloppy playoff football. Oh, Cousins led Pierre Garçon a little bit too much there. 2nd down and 10.
Let's see if they can rein it in. This is a handoff to Morris. He's been the weapon here so far this game, and he will pick up enough for the first down.
Definitely have to stick with the hot hand. Morris with a nice first down run there, and they do it again with that flea flicker right there in back of the end zone.
Beautiful.
Djax with the touchdown there, and the electric Redskins offense scoring quick to make this a 2-score game here.
Yes, the play that resulted in an interception on their first offensive play of the game has proven to be their most effective weapon here in the first half.
Yeah. The Packers definitely have to be aware of that play. Obviously, the Redskins are not afraid to use it.
Now, Aaron Rodgers can score quickly, so not time to panic just yet. They can still keep the ball on the ground and use their offense the way that it's designed to run. Let's see what they go for here on the play call on first down.
Oh, but with a lot of pressure as the Washington front four, and they get to Rodgers there for the first sack of the game, forcing the Packers to use their first timeout. And again, deep in the dangerous territory here for the Packers.
So it's to Davante Adams, and he's not able to pull that down. He really wishes he had that one because that could have been a first down and given them some breathing room here before halftime. As it is, though, Rodgers back again in his own end zone, narrowly avoids the sack, gets rid of it, gets it out to Eddie Lacy.
And that is a forward pass. Very, very close, and Lacy off to the races there, giving the Packers some breathing room, but they have to move the ball down the field with only 55 seconds left in this first half.
I would say they need to pick up about 30 more yards to be in Mason Crosby's comfortable field goal range. Eddie Lacy trying to get a chunk of that. Not sure why they're keeping it on the ground. They're calling their final timeout here with 43 seconds left. Not saving one timeout for the kicker, Bob.
Yeah, I have to wonder if those 2 interceptions are making Rodgers and Mike McCarthy a little gun-shy about throwing the ball. But Rodgers completes the pass to Rodgers over the middle of the field, and they're on the cusp of a field goal here.
Aaron Rodgers to Richard Rodgers, helping move them down the field, but the clock's running here. 13 seconds. They're just going to go for that field goal attempt right away. They're not going to try to run another one.
Oh, Mason Crosby with his second missed field goal of the half, and the Redskins take over with 9 seconds left.
You never want to leave points on the field there, Bob, and I have to think that the Packers offense and Mason Crosby himself thinks that they have left at least 6 points on the field here tonight so far.
Absolutely. Eddie Lacy with a nice first half. Of course, Alfred Morris doing most of the damage there for the Redskins. But 14-0 Redskins. The Packers not moving the ball very efficiently. What do you think, Cory?
I think the Redskins need to find a different play than that little flea flicker because I am sure that the Packers are going to come up with an answer for it. At least I hope they do. But if Washington's defense continues to play as stingy as they have been all night, I think it's going to be tough for Rodgers, Lacy, and crew to move this ball down the field.
Agreed. Aaron Rodgers with 124 passing yards to Kirk Cousins' 96, but the score tells something different. So.
Yes, let's see what both teams come up with. Maybe a few fewer turnovers here in the second half. As we go towards this second half, it's my job to remind you that all of our games on Sticky Bleachers on Tecmo Super Bowl 2016 are brought to you by the good people at TecmoBowl.org and others. For all things Tecmo Bowl in the 21st century, visit TecmoBowl.org and many other enthusiast sites. It's still going on in the 21st century. And it is Green Bay's ball to start things off. Let's see what Rodgers does starting out of the shotgun. He's back to pass. He's got time to throw. He's got men open down the field. Eddie Lacy was wide open and drops it.
Hit him right in the hands. I like Rodgers in the shotgun here. Got to give him a little more time here to make his throws. As I say that, though, he's sacked by Robinson for the second sack of the game.
Keenan Robinson having a wonderful game here so far for that Washington defense. They seem like they have got the offensive line on their heels, Bob.
Yes, but Rodgers with a huge completion to Rodgers, and they get the first down and then some. Wrestled down there at the 42 3-yard line.
Now that's the same route that he ran just before halftime, Bob. Clearly Washington did not adjust for that one, and they were able to capitalize. Here's Davante Adams for another first down.
And this is what's really dangerous with the Packers here. 3rd and 20, but now all of a sudden they're driving. They're close to the red zone here. And Washington has to be aware of that. Eddie Lacy with a nice run.
Yes, and they're thinking touchdown, and they will get the touchdown.
Eddie Lacy will not be denied. Beautiful run there, just throwing defenders to the ground. And the Packers are finally on the board. Point after coming.
You have to think that Mason Crosby is relieved to not be called upon for another long field goal attempt. He can get some confidence back here with the successful extra point. And just like that, Green Bay is only down 1 touchdown. Washington with the ball coming up.
Yes, Green Bay definitely leaving points on the field there, but coming out strong in the second half that put 7 on the board. Let's see how the Redskins can respond.
Maybe the Green Bay defense can come up with another turnover. They're keeping it on the ground with Morris, who makes a couple of nice moves and picks up 9 yards. Almost enough for the first down there. Let's see if they get more aggressive here with Kirk Cousins.
You know, Alfred Morris having a wonderful game for, we'll say an older running back, but he's definitely showing signs of the fountain of youth.
Yes, Alfred Morris, almost as old as we are, Bob, knocking on the door of that 30-year window. This one's incomplete from Kirk Cousins, so they clearly have not taken the passing game off the playbooks.
No.
They're hoping to control the clock here in the second half, up 1 touchdown.
Yeah, this Redskins offense is not gonna shut down the passing game, but Clinton Dix with a sack there to go with his interception from earlier, and we got a 3rd and 11 for Kirk Cousins.
It's Morris again. Oh, and with the pitch back to Cousins, they're going for it again. This one's deep to Daniels.
And it's intercepted. So I believe they're 2 for 4 on that play with 2 interceptions and 1 touchdown. So
I don't know if I like those odds, Bob. If I'm the play caller for the Washington offense, that's probably not the odds I want. Oh, Devontae Adams with a beautiful leaping grab.
Showing those ups there, man. Wow, that was a great catch there by Adams. And the Packers are getting things going. Lacy with another nice run.
I think Devontae Adams could play center for the Golden State Warriors this year. What do you think, Bob?
I believe his jump shot needs work, but I think, yeah, you're about right.
Yes. He might go slot machine 7, 7, and 7, and just like that, it's a fumble. Was that Eddie Lacy, Bob, giving that one up?
Eddie Lacy did put that one on the ground, but the Packers recover, and they still have a first down. So get a lucky break there, do the Packers, and quickly, Keaton Robinson with the hat-trick sack. And that takes us into the fourth quarter here with the Redskins up 14-7.
Let's see if Rodgers can tie this game up on this possession. They were moving the ball quite nicely before that sack, and Lacy on the screen game into the teeth of the blitz will pick up the first down.
That was just a broken coverage. They just forgot about Eddie Lacy there, and he gets 22, 23 yards on that play. And the Packers at the 30-yard line there.
Lacy gives the Packers a really easy way to exploit. When you're bringing the house, the screen game with Lacy can be devastating if he has enough time. Here's a handoff to his fullback, who finally makes some noise with a 9-yard gain.
Yes, it finally gets down there. And the pitch off to Lacy here, and he puts the ball on the ground again for the 3rd time, and the Redskins recover this time. Just a heartbreaker there for the Packers.
Chris Culliver falls on that one, not able to advance. But Cousins and crew hoping they can run this clock out. 3:41 to go at the start of this play. Cousins back to pass, and he's going to take a sack.
Just clobbered there by Nate Palmer. And the Redskins have a very long second down here.
I think we call that a coverage sack there. Bob, what do you think? He had plenty of time to throw. And this one's picked off in the red zone. James Shields could be a hero for Green Bay here in the playoffs if they're able to tie this game. Direct snap to Lacy.
He was very thankful that he holds onto the ball and that they get the ball back. Surprised to see him out there. I know he's having a great game, but 3 fumbles in this game. Definitely not what you're looking for in your running back.
Has been trouble. And just like that, he's got a first down, though, inside the 10-yard line. And they're going to use their timeouts.
Packers knocking on the door here, looking to tie up this game with 2:25 left. And in the back of the end zone, wide open, incomplete pass. Wow, that's a heartbreaker. Direct snap to Eddie Lacy, though. He takes it up the middle.
Not going to be enough, and they have 1 timeout left. Interesting, they're using all their timeouts on this possession here, Bob. If they score, they're going to leave plenty of time for Washington to try to get the winning score. Kuhn is unable to make it in the end zone.
Just very difficult. They have to decide if they're going to go for it or take the points on the board. 4th and 3, though. And Kuhn gets in for the touchdown. Just a wonderful play there.
John Kuhn, longtime fullback for Green Bay, is able to put this one in, and they are just an extra point attempt from Mason Crosby away from tying this game up and possibly playing for overtime.
And that's it. We are all knotted up here. Redskins to get the ball with 1:40-something left.
Roberts takes, he's got a nice return. He's up to about the 14-yard line. Now, Bob, if you're the OC here for Washington, what kind of plays are you calling right now?
Well, you got to get into field goal range, you know? Yeah, that's the only real play that you have. So they've definitely been moving the ball down the field through the air pretty nicely, so let's see what they can do.
So would you say a short handoff to Alfred Morris, which they've done now twice in a row, would not be the play call you'd make as the offensive coordinator here tonight?
Yeah, I mean, Morris has been running the ball well, so you have to give it to him at least once, but Cousins has to be able to throw the ball down the field here. You got Deshaun Jackson, Alfred Morris, and Pierre Garçon, so...
This one is to Deshaun Jackson, who's unable to pull that down, and lucky they didn't have that one picked off. As it is, though, 34 seconds left, and they've got a lot of field to cover to get into field goal range.
Absolutely.
Back to the little flea flicker to Pierre Garçon, who was unable to pull that one down. They go for that same play again. At least it was not picked off this time, Bob.
Yes, absolutely. Seems to be the trend here with the both teams are throwing interceptions here or putting the ball on the ground, and I don't know if the Redskins are going to just be happy to go into overtime.
I'm thinking so, because there's almost certainly no chance that they'd be able to get far enough down the field on a completion to try to down that ball out of bounds and get into field goal range. Looks like they're happy to let him throw that ball to Jackson for the mid-range pass. And just like that, we are headed to overtime here on the Sunday night game of Wild Card Weekend.
Yeah, great comeback there by the Packers to tie up the game there at the end. And it seems like Washington's offense just kind of disappeared there in the second half.
Let's see if they found their mojo again here. A short kickoff to Roberts. See if he can get it up near midfield. He gets it to about the 45. And Washington starts off with great field position.
That's a touchdown, wins the game for Washington. And, of course, the field goal gives the ball back to the Packers here to see if they can tie up the game again.
Let's see, it's a handoff to Morris. They're going back to that same little flea flicker. Let's see who's open. Young is open, and he's got him for a first down and more. A couple of nice moves gets him near field goal range. So already a little bit dangerous here for Green Bay. Their playoff hopes look to be dwindling.
Absolutely. Washington moving the ball pretty well here. Let's see what they decided to do. Keep it on the ground? Or
Clinton Dix pulls down his second interception.
Just a huge play there by Clinton Dix and gives the Packers a little bit of a chance here.
Next score wins this game. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be Rodgers and Rodgers, who makes a beautiful little move there to get down inside the 40 to the 30?
And the Packers already starting to knock on the door a little bit.
And now you've got to think there must be one very nervous Mason Crosby on the sidelines wondering, are they going to call on me for a possible playoff winning field goal here in the overtime period?
I think the only way to erase the earlier two misses would be to have the make on the third time. So I bet he has some mixed emotions.
Well, they're calling a field goal right now. They're not going to take any more chances. They're showing their trust in Crosby. Can he make it for the game? No good.
No good. Wow. Mason Crosby has to be worrying about his job at this point.
Yes, that is 3 missed field goals in this game. And Washington has to be thanking their lucky stars that they have got this ball back with a chance to try to win this game in overtime.
Yes, Packers leaving 9 points on the field there, all through field goals. Just unacceptable when it comes to playoff football.
Yes, Mason Crosby, the veteran kicker, has just not been his night tonight. Although you do have to wonder why they didn't try to get it a little bit closer for him, given his struggles. It seems like they got into what would be a normal Mason Crosby field goal range and said, we'll just go for it here.
Yeah, I think the turnovers on both sides have kind of made both offensive coordinators a little gun shy, and they're just going for the win. So it turns out to bite the Packers in the butt a little bit, but Redskins take over and driving down the field.
Yes, and Kirk Cousins, again, they're showing his youth. He had Deshaun Jackson wide open for a game-winning touchdown there and just overthrew him. D-Jack's unable to make the diving catch, but they do get the first down here and keep their drive alive as they go into Green Bay territory. Kirk Cousins hands off to Morris. It's back to Cousins, the same old familiar places. It's deep to Jackson. He's open again, Bob.
Open again, and Cousins with a nice throw there.
You have to wonder if Cousins is getting a little bit overeager here, showing his youth and enthusiasm. He's just putting a little bit too much zing on that ball, but here's a complete pass to Jackson. He's inside the 10. He's inside the 5. First down and goal to go.
First down and goal to goal. I'd be surprised if they ran another play. I think they just should line up and take the field goal here.
But our time runs out. And that is how this game is going to end. In the playoffs, it's Packers-Redskins 14-14.
Well, I can honestly say I don't think I've ever seen that before.
I think the officials are scrambling to get on the phone with New York. ESPN reporters running around all over the field. Somebody's trying to find somebody, but the officials have left the field. The players have left the field already. We have a very, very confused mass of fans in the stands here. Beer is being thrown. Peanuts are flying through the air. No one knows what's happening. It's total humanity. And here come the pretzels, Bob. Things are getting ugly down there. Baseball legend Whitey Ford is on the field. He's being pelted with a barrage of pretzels. Oh my God. It's a dark day for baseball, Bob.
It's a dark day for all sports in general. It's just everyone going crazy. It looks like just mass chaos happening in the Washington Redskins stadium. Oh, just horrible.
And
just
if D-Jax could have just gotten down with that 1 second left to go, they could have lined up for the field goal and decided this game on the field. But as it is, it's going to have to be decided in New York, so we may have to report back to you here from Sticky Bleachers when we get word from the commissioner, who I understand, is already in bed in his flannel pajamas. They're going to have to wake him up and ask him what to do. Anyway, I think that's going to do it for us this first playoff weekend. For Sticky Bleachers, I am Cory.
I'm Bob. We'll see you next week with more exciting football action.